Introduction. We all have to face obstacles and problems in life which very often bring us to a standstill. It is as if we are invaded with a profound conviction that the problem cannot be sorted out or, simply, that we do not have the talent or the necessary ability to find a solution. Many people do not know what to do when their relationship with another person is not as they would like it to be. Others would like to be more daring, more decisive, to learn a new sport, a foreign language, or, simply, to understand better how a computer works. Nevertheless, something gets in the way and they finally decide to give up. There are human beings that wish to feel appreciated a little bit more, to strengthen their self-esteem, so that others respect them. In the end, after a series of failed attempts, they end up giving in. Nowadays, there are also people who have experienced one failure after another and they feel unable to keep going. They are individuals who have done everything in their hands to keep their companies up and running, their work, their families, and their lives. They feel that so much effort has not been worth it, that at heart it has been a complete waste of time. I have written this book for all these people because their suffering is not foreign to me. I have spent many years of my life trying to understand the complexity to be found in every one of us and the curious reactions that we have when we need to face adverse circumstances. My research started out with a simple question: what is it that, when faced with certain challenges, clouds our mind and makes us unable to think clearly, while at the same time all our energy is drained and we experience puny feelings in our stomach? Anxiety is a curious state of uneasiness because we start to suffer in the present for something that we do not even know for sure is going to happen in the future. Faced with the profound changes that are occurring and the huge doubts which we live with, the levels of anxiety never cease to increase throughout the world. The formula for generating an anxious state is really simple. It is sufficient to imagine that in the future a series of problems will appear and that we are going to be unable to solve them. Anxiety is a curious state of uneasiness because we start to suffer in the present for something that we do not even know for sure is going to happen in the future. René Descartes, the great 17th-century French mathematician and philosopher, wrote a letter at the end of his life in which this original comment was to be found: "My life has been full of misfortunes, many of which never took place." If we wish to increase our capacity to solve problems, we need to learn how to transcend the limits that our own mind sets us. We need to see what is hidden in the depths of our mind, because only then will we understand with much greater clarity where exactly our real limitations lie. We will not find the answer to this state of mind by thinking things over and over again in our bewildered minds, but rather by looking in a very different place. As Albert Einstein put it, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. If the mind has such an ability to let worry take root, how are we going to be able to solve this situation by using the same method that created the problem in the first place? If we wish to increase our capacity to solve problems and we hope to become more competent when looking for opportunities, we need to learn how to transcend the limits that our minds set us. In this book we are going to spend time looking at many of the least known, but most important aspects, of how the human brain works. I have a great desire and complete confidence that when we understand why we act as we do, we will be able to start planning new strategies which will allow us to obtain what, until now, seemed out of our reach. Training schemes in general attach great value to erudition and, in fact, it is this they evaluate. However, they neither grade nor measure in any way the ability to listen, empathy, self-knowledge, wisdom, leadership, courage, compassion, or other virtues which later often make for success in life. This book is an inward journey because some of the resources that we most need in order to face the challenges which life presents to us could only be found within ourselves. Personal change is not about knowledge or erudition but about motivation, as it is only people who feel truly motivated who will make the necessary effort to bring into flower what had remained hidden and unexplored within themselves. I invite the reader to walk with me on this road of self-discovery, in which we progressively will learn that what is within us is a magical and surprising realm. When we delve a little bit further into our real selves, we will realize that much of the anxiety and suffering we feel in life is optional and that our basic nature is a source of energy, wisdom, serenity, joy, creativity, and love. Mario Alonso Puig, January 2010.